Ooh, welcome everyone to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, stacking the money green. And as always, the Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use the promo code JUICE150 and you got yourself a $1,000 risk-free bet on the way. All right, 1-2 on the night, but the big hit, the 2-unit play on the Baltimore Ravens. Let's go. That hits. So went 1-2, lost the VIG there. Nothing too crazy, minus 2.3 units for the week. Again, I'm going to throw the New York Giants under the bus for that one. Thanks a lot, Giants. I should have known better than betting on the New York Giants. I mean, once again,
that is a disgusting act.
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I'd get more out of Tyrod Taylor. What really killed us in that game, of course, the Giants did end up winning 25-22. What really killed us there was the fumble on special teams. And Giants special teams looked horrible. I thought Tyrod Taylor would look a little bit better. I mean, by all accounts, the starting job is not locked up for Daniel Jones. So keep an eye on Tyrod Taylor, although I expected him to look a little bit better. Now, over to baseball, Padres got the win 2-1. Didn't get the cover on the run line. I mean, you could only get 2 earned runs against Corbin. That's embarrassing. I could get at least a run off Corbin. Come on. What are you doing here, Padres? That's, of all the disappointment for the Padres season, post-Soto trade, only getting 2 runs off of Corbin at home, that's got to be the most embarrassing. But how about those Baltimore Ravens? How about them? 22 in a row, straight up. I love how we had so much going for us. I love how now, like, the Ravens players are buying into the streak. They want to keep the streak alive. Hashtag, we're definitely betting that. Maybe even kicking up to a 3-unit play because they're clearly playing hard in preseason. And again, their backup quarterbacks look pretty good, with the exception of Brown's 1 pick, which really got the Cardinals back in the game. I mean, Ravens were up 24-3, and it didn't seem like we were going to have to sweat it out at all. And then Cardinals drove down, got a touchdown, interception from the Baltimore threw an interception. The quick score there again in their own territory, and then it was 24-17. Like, oh my god. Thankfully, Kyler Murray was calling the plays. That was a nice little gimmick to help us as well. And the Ravens really came up. If you bet them first half, although you probably would have covered either way, but they had like a 6-play goal line stand there. They're just playing super hard. They have a ton of depth, and we're just going to keep betting it. I mean, 22 straight up, 19-2-1 against the spread. We can get cute trying to bet other stuff, but when in doubt, bet on the Baltimore Ravens in preseason. All right, that is a lock. And you know what else is a lock? How awesome it would be to have a signed Vince Papale jersey. That's right. Someone asked, is it autographed by Mark Wahlberg? No, I'm almost certain it's actually autographed by the real Vince Papale. I mean, it's the ultimate underdog story. If you love football, you got to love you some Vince Papale. All you got to do is head over to Apple Podcasts or CastBox, leave a review over there, and then go to bettingpros.com/Papale. That's bettingpros.com/PAPALE for your chance to win. Get that autographed jersey, courtesy of Pristine Auction. And shout out to this review. Always appreciate a nice 5-star review. 5-star review from Vikings Club. Quote, Sean helped me find my calling as a DGen and win $6K on Madden Sims during the pandemic. Only con is he's an Eagles fan, but I'm willing to overlook it because he's a G. Thank you, Vikings Club. Go Birds! And I'm never going to pretend like I'm not an Eagles fan. And yes, I did a bunch of play-by-play for Madden Sims where you could actually bet on it during the pandemic. That was a wild ride back in early 2020 there. Hey, let's get to it. Got 1 NFL preseason pick, and then I got 3 baseball picks back on the hill. First up, Monday Night Football. We got the Falcons at the Jets. I'm all in on the Jets plus 2.5, minus 105 over on DraftKings. Now, a lot of times on a small, you get like a couple points, maybe even 3. NFL, you probably, if you like the dog, you're probably looking to play the money line there. But, and it is a little tiny dog. But I think what we've noticed in preseason is One, these teams will just randomly go for two. One, just to try out some 2-point plays. Games, they don't have overtime, so if it is an end of the last touchdown drive, they are almost certainly going to go for two as well. So the 2.5 really can help you. And getting 2.5 minus 105, I really like this. As tough as it is to say as a gambler, the Zach Wilson being injured actually I think opens up things for this Jets team as an exciting preseason team. I mean, we still haven't gotten an answer from Saleh as to whether the starters will play and who really is the starter on the Jets. Are they going to play Flacco? I think they're probably going to play Flacco. You have to get him ready for the season. And he actually played in some of the preseason games last year and looked really good. By all accounts, he's lighting it up at practice. Now, if we get some Flacco, I think that's really good for this bet. Even Mike White, first game, he looks solid. Not amazing, but Chris Streveler, coming out of nowhere, he looked really good. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Either way, I think between Streveler, Mike White, and Joe Flacco, if we get Joe Flacco, they have a pretty nice, well-rounded depth when it comes to the quarterback position. That's what you're looking for in these preseason matchups is some quarterback depth, especially when you're talking second and third stringers. Desmond Ridder in that first game against the Lions, I was not really that impressed. I know he did throw for 2 touchdowns. I just don't think he looked that efficient. I know I also caught some grief on Twitter for hating on Jordan Love. After rewatching it, he was probably better than I gave him credit for. I was just annoyed that Saints got that first touchdown, nothing after it. But Jordan Love, obviously not the long-term thing. But to his credit, PFF graded him pretty well. So tip of the hat, Jordan Love. Wasn't trying to throw too much salt in your game. But again, as someone who bet the Falcons last week in that preseason game against the Lions, they were very, very fortunate to get that David Blau fumble and convert that into a touchdown. I mean, Ridder kind of just chucked up a duck there, and they were lucky to get that. So I like the Jets a lot at home for this Monday night preseason action. Hey, look at this. It's back, better than ever. The Dodgers run line. Brewers at the Dodgers, -1.5 on the run line, -110 on DraftKings. I mean, do I have to keep explaining? The Dodgers on the run line continue to be beasts. 75-45 on the run line, 37-21 on the run line at home. Dodgers, after a win, they are the best team in baseball on the run line, 54-28. Julio Urias. This is a great little nugget. Shout out to Munaf Manji, host the MLB Gambling Podcast, passed this along to me. Since 2021, Urias is 3-0 straight up and 3-0 on the run line against Brewers with a .98 ERA. And we know that firsthand because we were on the Dodgers on the run line at -1.5 at Milwaukee. We saw this exact same matchup on August 15th. Lauer versus Urias. Urias shut him out. Not a complete game shutout, but Dodgers won 4-0. So, yeah, at home, run it back again, -1.5, -110. Hey, have you guys using the Betting Pros pick tracking? You should be. bettingpros.com/pick-tracking. Very easy to sync all your sports books, get all your picks, track them, see all those green check marks in one convenient place. bettingpros.com/pick-tracking. All right, here we go. Little chalky here, but like the spot. Cards, -159 at the Cubs. Get that over on win. Cards have been really good against lefties lately. I like that. Cubs just not good at home. They're kind of an interesting play on the road, but straight up, they're just not that great at home. 26-35 straight up at home. Cardinals pitcher Jordan Montgomery, solid road ERA, 3.65. And Jordan Montgomery, 1 start against Cubs this season. Now, that was in St. Louis, but still, 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. And then Drew Smyly, only 1-3 at home for the Cubbies. And again, Cubs just aren't a great home team right now. Cards, -159 on the win line, over at WinBet. Last pick of the day, Rangers at Twins. Give me the Twins, -1.5 on the run line. You can actually get plus odds on that, +110 over on Win right now. The Rangers just won 7-0, so I think this is a great Twins bounce back spot. Love taking a team coming off a 7-0 loss at home. But for me, this is all about just fading this Rangers pitcher, Cole Reagans. It's an auto fade of him. He's 0-2 win-loss with a 5.02 ERA. He's had 3 starts so far. His last 2, 8 earned runs in 9.1 innings pitched. So this guy's about to get just destroyed, I think, by the Twins bats, who, again, you get shut out at home. Great time to hop on the train here. So give me the Twins, -1.5 on the run line, +110 over at Win. Give me the Cards, -159 on the money line over at Win. And then give me the Dodgers, -1.5 at home against the Brewers, -110 over on DraftKings. And the Jets, +2.5, -105 over on DraftKings. If you can find that +3, obviously I would adjust the juice and take the 3 if you can. Speaking of the juice, head over to betmgm.com. Use our promo code JUICE150. Get that risk-free bet up to $1,000. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other show, Sports Gambling Podcast, 32 NFL team previews. Started from the worst all the way to the first. Just dropped the Los Angeles Rams betting preview. I'm on the under for their win total. I think the Stafford thing is real, but hey, we'll get into it more here on the Daily Juice. You know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.